Hey guys, Opsin here and with my friend Link.
Hey guys, how you doing?
It's been a bit. Me and Link both had those college exams.
And still do, but
Still
that's
do.
okay.
Yeah,
Um, I believe we have episode or chapter 11, 12, and 13, right, William?
yeah. The three most recent to the recording date, the date that we're recording this on. Three episodes. We have to check out. Now these are the ones where Bo-Katan's in it. Um, Mandalorian goes back to Navarro, and then the one with the most recent one with spoiler alert, if for some reason you haven't seen it, I don't even know you're watching this, Ahsoka appears. So, let's just get into the first chapter, I guess. Well, not the first chapter, it's the third
Chapter
episode of the
11.
second season. Yeah.
Um, this is the one where he goes and drops off the lizard or frog lady, right?
Yes, he finally reaches. Let me see this. Let me see if I can share my screen with you so we can make it so we're looking at the same thing.
Okay, so I think I remember this episode pretty well. Generally, like 1 through 10, what would you rate this episode?
The episode with this episode it's been a bit, but I would say I'd give it an 8.
I'd give it an 8 too. I was actually going to say that. I thought
Because
it was really good.
I mean, you're able to see it, right?
Okay, so William, this is what I'm confused about. Like, I watched Clone Wars a long time ago, and I haven't seen the most recent season, right? And
Yes.
so I don't remember everything about Clone Wars. Bo-Katan is the leader of Death Watch, right?
No. See, okay, so I'm not gonna say anything from season 8, but from season 7, I think it was season 7, most recent. Whatever season was before the one that they just came back with. Darth Maul takes over Mandalore,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she kind of has like a resistance. I wouldn't say it's Death
Death
Watch
Watch.
per se, though.
So she's not Death Watch. She's like
Her own
So
faction, almost, I believe.
when she says about Djarin or whatever Djarin, whatever his name is.
Din
Oh, he's one of the
Djarin.
children. Din Djarin. I'm sorry. He's one of the children of the Watch. I was like confused. I was like, aren't you Death Watch too, or whatever? I thought she took over Death Watch once. You know.
No, I don't. She kind of did her own thing, and then also she's in Rebels, so that takes place
Yeah,
before this
I've
too.
not
I
not
haven't
seen
really
all
seen the Rebels parts involving Mandalore, so I mean there's a bit missing there that would explain stuff too.
Yeah, I
But
watched a little bit of Rebels, but not a lot, and I don't really remember Clone Wars entirely. That's why I'm rewatching it.
yeah, the last season though, the one you haven't seen, Ahsoka and Bo-Katan become friends, kind of thing. So that's why
Okay,
she would know,
that
like where
makes sense.
Ahsoka is and stuff.
That does make sense.
Because like not headdress, but the thing that Ahsoka wears on her head matches Bo-Katan's, because Bo-Katan gave it to her.
Oh, that makes sense then.
So,
Huh.
but so that's a little bit of context. Like, a lot of the time you won't know who some characters are, because I guess they're bringing in stuff from like the animated series, which
Yeah,
is cool.
I just don't remember Clone Wars entirely. That's why I'm rewatching it. I'm just taking forever to rewatch it. um, I thought it was a pretty good episode. I really liked all their Mandalorian. They were really cool.
hmm
He is not the
He,
best.
man, we'll get into it, but I mean, pretty much, um, I mean, so he drops off the frog lady. His ship is just completely screwed. It's done. Like, I don't even know how they got it working. Just tape, pretty much. You know?
Hey, duct tape can go a long way.
Yeah. Space tape.
Space tape.
What I think is interesting is that you had Mon Calamari, and then you had I forgot what the squids
I don't
race
remember what
was,
the squids are called either.
but like you have enemies on the same planet here. Well, former enemies, I guess, because they fought in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I do think it's interesting that they tried to kill him though. They're like,
Yeah, it is pretty funny that they would, but didn't he have like a bounty on his head?
they didn't even do it for that. They did it for his armor.
Oh, Beskar. Beskar is
Yeah.
like apparently like really expensive. Like
Oh,
I didn't realize I didn't realize it was that expensive, but that would make sense because the Empire wanted to mine Mandalore for it. So.
and then also, I mean, you see this in the episode of the Ahsoka. We're kind of skipping ahead for a second. It blocks lightsabers.
Well, yeah, I knew that already.
I didn't know that.
How did you not know that? That's why the Mandalorian went against the Jedi, or could like go against the Jedi.
I had no idea.
You had really, you're a bigger Star Wars fan than me, and I knew that.
Well, you know what? I'm not really that much of an Old Republic before.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm not Old Republic, but like the war involving Mandalore and the Jedi.
Oh.
I'm not too involved in all that. See, but that means Jango and Boba suck because they don't have Beskar. They have only Durasteel. What a bunch of losers.
I thought we had a whole conversation about how it was lightsaber resistant and Durasteel is not.
No. We talked about Jango getting his head cut off, but
okay, a little confused. In the beginning, what we're currently watching right now, is his helmet like? Is it like? Can he breathe inside of it, or I'm confused, or is it just like an open helmet?
I think it's something that they can breathe to.
Huh.
Actually, I don't know.
Okay, I don't really have very much to say about this episode. The other Mandalorians were so cool, and it was it was cool seeing real Mandalorians, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard rumors that Bo-Katan was going to be in the episode or in season 2, and I thought that was really cool. But I didn't think I didn't actually expect it, you know.
Yeah, what's interesting is, I don't know if you know this, but they use the actual actor.
From the Clone Wars, right?
Yeah, the actual voice actor, and I guess she just looks like
Bo-Katan. I think I heard that.
And they used a WWE wrestler as the other Mandalorian, so pretty epic.
Don't they already have like a UFC fighter in the series? What's her name? Cara Dune or whatever.
I don't know about her at all, but I know this person
like the former, I thought.
Right here. Let's see. I have two mouses on the screen to the viewers, but the one that's on the girl is Sasha Banks. So that's important to understand. No, it's really not important. But
so I think this basically shows, in my opinion, how like inferior.
I mean,
Mando
they're not even wearing Beskar.
Do you think they aren't?
They aren't, because then they would have done the same crap that he does later in the episode. They would not be concerned as much.
I thought that was so funny. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go in," and he just gets shot a bunch, and I'm like, "Are you serious? This is like the least cool scene I've ever seen." You know how like people are like, "Okay, I have to do it. I have to like sacrifice myself." No, he's just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get hit by a bunch of bullets and be fine, and then throw a grenade."
I mean, my thing is this: they're like, I feel so bad for these stormtroopers, to be honest.
I know, because they're just like, well, crap, we're gonna have to go against. Oh, the ones that get sucked out.
No, just all of them.
Yeah, they're like,
I mean, it's really just a shame. I mean, literally this dude punks out real quick.
It kind of made me upset that they were like, she's like, where is what's his name? Crap.
The Moff Gideon.
Where is Moff Gideon? And didn't take any of the weapons.
No, she took the weapons.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. She took everything and she got the information, yes, that she wanted.
I just thought it was so dumb that she wanted the information, like, over the weapons. I was like, maybe you should have asked Mando where Moff Gideon was. And then he would have...
Well, Mando said that Moff Gideon thought Moff Gideon was dead.
Yeah, that's in the next episode, right?
Yeah, where he finds out he's still alive. So, I mean, at this point, if he had asked, it would have been like...
Yeah, I killed that guy.
Yeah. It's like, well, then where's the Darksaber? This, and that. But...
He's like, I got out of there.
I mean, it's definitely interesting. I think...
Okay, this is just my opinion. The plot about the Darksaber is too big. Like, I don't really care who has the Darksaber. I know it's like a symbol, but it's just like, who cares who has the Darksaber, you know?
Yeah.
Because it really does nothing. I mean, Pure Vizsla got beat, like...
Well, the Darksaber is like a sign of...
power, but I don't
well, no,
really care.
it's like the Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian, yeah, has the Darksaber.
And so she's looking for that because I think she's the leader. I think she's trying.
I guess it's just like trying to unite. It will unite Mandalorians if they have the Darksaber.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's really it for this episode.
Yeah, I'm 8 out of 10. It was pretty good. The other Mandalorian.
Yeah, no, I mean
really
it was a good episode for sure. I just think it kind of at certain points. Oh yeah, this guy's back for the next one.
Yeah, it was slow.
The next episode was kind of like, I don't know, Cara Dune. I mean, she's pretty BA, but it's like
yeah, one of the best cinematic scenes in my opinion, though, where the scout troopers rode the speeder bikes.
Yes,
that was just like amazing, like scenery. Like it was just amazing.
I mean, that whole
like,
battle.
Wow.
And then Carl Weathers' character, I think it's like was in Grief Karga or something like that. He sucks at shooting.
Yeah,
he's so bad. I thought at first he was shooting like the rocks to make it avalanche or something, but no, he's just a bad shot.
Yeah, I don't know. And then you find out that they were trying to use Baby Yoda's blood to
make Force clones,
which is dumb. That's not how that works.
Well, it's not how it works, but since Snoke is a Force clone, and since, what's his name? Palpatine himself in the actual movie is a Force clone. They had... I mean...
Okay, so, crap, what was I gonna say? Read the next episode, episode 12.
I mean, I think it was good, though. I'll give it an 8 also, but it was like a different kind of 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll give it a 7. I thought it was relevant for plot reasons, but it's just kind of boring.
I mean, there was a lot of lead up to it, and I was like, I mean, I feel like the scenes where they actually like are doing, like when they're in the actual base and stuff like that are pretty good though, and when they're running away.
Yeah, that was cool. They just like destroyed that whole base, which is dumb because it's like they could have probably taken everyone out, but then there's like, oh, the distress signal.
Well, there's a lot. I mean, they have TIE fighters too. It's a lot of stuff, but they're just destroying it so that it can't be used by the Imperials again. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they're trying to make it the the biggest trade place in this region, Navarro.
Do you think Baby Yoda has a higher M count than Sidious?
Yes.
I don't think that's possible. Sidious has such a high M count.
I understand. Okay, I understand it's really high, but like I feel like, well, one thing is, Baby Yoda, you find out, or sorry, Grogu. You find out his name next chapter.
No, let's
Next
just say
episode.
Baby Yoda. Let's just say Baby Yoda. I don't like Grogu.
Well, you find out that Baby Yoda has actually been trained by masters and stuff later, and so he's not like the equivalent of like a Rey, who's just like, oh, I'm powerful because who knows why, right?
Yeah, but he is kind of a Rey. He kind of lifted that one like really big
Mudhorn.
creature. Yeah.
But he passed out right afterwards, is one thing. And then another thing is like you see that it takes a toll. Another thing is that he's been trained by like masters for many years. They say, right?
Didn't it say who his master was, or did it not?
No, it didn't say. Like you said, just many masters.
This would have been. Would this been around the Purge?
Yes. Because they said that the reason why someone snuck Baby Yoda outside of the Jedi Temple.
We'll have to talk about this in the next episode. What do you think about the
clones?
The clones, yeah.
Are those Snow clones? Is that what that is? I don't think they specified what the clones were.
It looks like Snoke.
I mean, you find out that Moff Gideon's alive here, and then you find out what, like, Luke kind of mentions earlier why they wanted the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the M count's gotta be pretty high.
It's gotta be, but I don't think it's as high as Sidious, because Sidious
one thing is this. This is saying that Sidious didn't have a clone ready after he died, pretty much, because they're trying to clone him now, right? Is that what this means? Or actually, I have no idea.
I don't know, but I don't know. If that is the case, that doesn't seem like a Sidious thing to do.
I remember I told you about this a little bit, but I read this article, and it was saying that Star Wars confirmed that Sidious's son is actually just a failed clone of himself. And so it's like, okay, so Rey's actually just Sidious's his daughter.
I guess so. I don't like what they do with the cloning. That just gets too like convoluted and complicated, in my opinion. Because cloning is like the reason, like in Legends, you couldn't clone Force sensitive people and make them like Force sensitive a lot of times, is because it would be too overpowered.
Well, this isn't Legends, though, is it? This is canon. So much better than Legends, right? It's just amazing.
No.
Now let's talk about this.
The spear bite. This was amazing. This was my favorite part of the
episode. You saw like two of them get owned accidentally trying to get on the mountain. That was pretty tough.
Yeah, but it's just like so like, I don't know. You can, like, sometimes I'm like, why did they spend so much on this? And then like
because
I see this
action scenes. Damn great.
I see this and I'm like, this is like amazing. This is amazing, like cinematography, and it just looks amazing.
It really does. Like, it looks somehow better than like the Star Wars movie. Like the past three. Like the cinematography is really good.
This specific scene, in my opinion, is like, it was just amazing.
One thing is that last Scout Trooper's stupid.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. They made him retarded for like his last seconds of life. Oh yeah, so Cara Dune's the Marshal now, which is interesting. Do you think we'll see them again before the season ends?
Cara Dune and Grief Cargo?
Yeah.
I hope so. I like Cara Dune a lot. I don't care for Grief Cargo.
I like him because he's Carl Weathers. I mean, is there something wrong with that?
No, that makes sense.
Those little cookies he stole. Like, what? I don't know. Baby Yoda actually gets me angry sometimes. I don't know.
I don't like Baby Yoda this season anymore. I really don't.
This season, he's kind of just been kind of an a-hole.
He's just kind of annoying. Like, yeah. I
mean,
he's
supposed to be acting like a little kid, you know, because he's Baby Yoda.
He acts like a brat.
Yeah, it's like a brat. It's definitely a single child. Mando treats it spoiled. He spoils it. I don't know. He doesn't punish Baby Yoda for eating people's children. So I mean, it's kind of.
And also, his punishments consist of don't do that, and then he gives it right back.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do an episode on why Jaren would be a terrible father.
Whoa, what do you mean? It would be. He is.
There is.
He also threw up. It's disgusting. No. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it was a good episode, though.
A solid 8 out of 10. So this next episode is the one that I think we're going to really talk about for a little bit.
Yeah. What would you rate it?
Before I say anything, I think we have a very unpopular opinion on this episode.
Yes.
I gave it a 5 or 6 out of 10.
I'm gonna stick with the 8s, the triple 8s, actually.
You're gonna stick with 8. You gave it a 6 earlier.
I didn't give it a 6 earlier.
Yes, we talked about it, and I was like, I'd give it a 6, and then you said I would too.
Maybe it's because I rewatched it again with my dad yesterday or something. Maybe it's growing on me a bit. Because but let me tell you, there's still like parts of it that's kind of like it's. I would say it's a good episode, but there's a lot of parts that make it not.
I would not say it's a good episode. I'd say it's better than the filler episodes with the flying around.
Well,
but
this is
also at the same time, it just little things frustrated me. Like, I don't know why I let this happen. Like, I get frustrated over little things. You know me. Yeah. But the way Ahsoka holds her lightsabers is not right.
Well, you see, there's a reason for that, actually.
The way Ahsoka holds her lightsabers is not right, and I could not get over that in any fight scenes.
Yeah, but, like, you see later in her fight with...
William, I've thought about
She changes it right there.
Don't even try me. That fight should have been over. You know why?
Because she's
Go to the
Ahsoka.
beginning of that fight. No, go to the beginning of that fight.
Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, no. Let's see here. I mean, Ahsoka was just toying with her the whole time, is what it was. But, like, when I was watching it, I'm like, dude, she should be dead already. When I first watched it, I was like, are you kidding me, dude? She would totally wreck this person. Why is she, like, not killing her? Kind of thing.
I'll go over my multiple problems with Ahsoka, but I just have to, like, show you where. So there's a part where there's a lightsaber. She has her 2 lightsabers against the staff, and the lady's arm is, like, on the front of the spear, right? And I'm like, Ahsoka, if you were actually smart, you would cut off her hand.
I don't know. Ahsoka is definitely weaker than she was, for sure. I don't know if that's because of age, because she's 45 now. So, I mean, it's been a good 30 years since the.
I mean, but still, Yoda is Yoda.
Well, Yoda is a different species altogether. I don't know what the deal is with her species.
Ahsoka is Ahsoka. Yeah. You know, there's just like she was trained by Anakin. There's no reason why you should be a bad fighter at all when you had like one of the best duelists of all time training you.
And also her form of fighting is one of those like really flexible. Like she uses the same form of fighting as Yoda. Ataru.
It did not look like her form. It did not.
Yeah,
like
I know.
Like I was like
Ataru. She was not jumping around or anything. Like it was like she was pretty much just fighting her just as just like a normal person, you know? Like she wasn't like doing Jedi stuff. She was just like
see right there. You saw? She could have cut off her fingers.
Yeah, no, she could have done a whole bunch of stuff, but she's just messing with her, which is actually kind of aggravating me because this fight, I don't know, the final fight here was kind of like dumb because of how quick it should have been over.
I
You
know,
know,
it should have been over before it started. She should have like just force pushed her or something, and it would have been done.
one thing
Uh,
with their conversation, Dinjar, the Mandalorian, and this guy, for some reason, I thought that the droid was gonna like jump the Mandalorian while he was talking, right?
I did too.
Because he kept looking to the right, I thought. And I was like, oh, something's gonna happen. But then no. The robot just shows up later and just gets headshotted. Like, they
Okay,
waste
so
a lot of... Like,
the
this final...
reason,
Yeah, I'll let you talk.
sorry, yeah, they waste a lot of like time. I'm just getting aggravated. The reason I'm so aggravated about this episode is because this is not the Ahsoka we've seen in the past. This is not
Look,
the
she
Ahsoka.
turns her lightsaber because now she's getting serious, right? Snarls.
And,
But it's
and
kind
then
of
she
like...
just, it's not even like, Ahsoka has this weird form where she's like, it's Ataru, right? Or isn't that Ataru? Yoda's. I don't know if that's
Ataru
Ataru,
is
is it?
Yoda's.
And then what
Ataru
is
is Yoda's.
Anakin's? Anakin uses like the Force one. Like the
Wasn't
brute
that like
force.
Form 3?
I have
I don't know
no
what the
clue.
name is. I know
But
Obi-Wan
he
uses Form
has-
2.
Yeah. So, Ahsoka has this weird thing. She's very acrobatic, but she uses a lot of force in her strikes. And I just think it's like, it's Ahsoka. And that this episode did not feel like Ahsoka. The person kind of looks like Ahsoka, but last we saw of Ahsoka, I understand why they did this, but you know how she has the head mount or all the whatever have like the head things. They were way bigger in Rebels. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's because for some reason, no, it's just a different like art styles between Clone Wars and Rebels.
No, but they were. I just think they did this so she could jump around, but she wasn't really jumping around. It was just like, this is the person that went up against Darth Vader, you know?
Yeah.
And the Rebels, which I saw that episode because like everyone saw that episode. And it's just like, and you're gonna do this to this character.
And stop for a second. Alright, continue.
Yeah, it just felt really like, it didn't feel like Ahsoka to me. It just felt like we were watching a character that looked like Ahsoka. Which
Well,
is
and now the Mandalorian has that spear he can use against the Darksaber.
It doesn't even matter. He can't fight. I'm like so done with him.
I don't even think Moff Gideon can even use the lightsaber properly, anyways. So
I mean, he can use it better than Mando can use any of his weapons. I'll put that out there. And this show is just aggravating me now because it's just like the same thing over and over again, and it's. You know what this felt like? This is probably why it aggravated me so much. It felt like The Force Awakens. Oh, let me put in this thing. I'm going to say Grand Admiral Thrawn because people like that.
I thought you would like that.
I like Grand Admiral Thrawn, right? He's alive. That means Ezra's alive.
That means Ezra's alive, yeah.
Which is awesome, but like, I don't like when Star Wars has this habit of doing something. It's like, I'm going to mention this so people get excited. But it's just dumb because it's just like a fan service. I don't care. Just make a good episode so you don't have to do fan servicey things, you know?
I think my thing about it is that this felt like a pilot, you know, and that's what a lot of people are saying because it seems like Ahsoka's going to get her own show.
I don't know if I'll watch that show, to be honest.
Well, if it's around Thrawn as the big bad and Ezra's going to be in it, I'll watch it.
Okay, if Ezra's going to be in it and Thrawn is the big bad, then I would maybe watch it. But I don't like this. Whoever is playing Ahsoka, I do not like.
That's Rosario Dawson.
Is that the Gamora?
No. You don't know who Rosario Dawson is?
Is that Jason Momoa's wife? No.
Okay, let me do this. Let's do this.
Do not know who that is.
I got this for you. Let me stop sharing this. Let me show you. This is Rosario Dawson.
What is she from?
A lot of stuff.
It's not showing up.
I know. Why is it not showing? That is weird.
I know who that is.
Was it showing up for you now or what?
Mm-hmm.
Is it showing? Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is Rosario Dawson.
I've seen her before.
Yeah, she's been in a lot of movies. And
she
in the
looks
Netflix
like
television series, like Marvel. Like Netflix, like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, she's been in all those.
She looks like Ahsoka with the makeup on, right?
Yeah, she does look like Ahsoka with the makeup up on. Yeah.
She does not sound like Ahsoka. The writer did a terrible job with what Ahsoka would say.
What is this? Excellent. Might be sharing that with you. Sorry, my mouse is not showing up because of reasons.
Because it's just like Ahsoka. The way she acted, I mean, I guess Ahsoka would say, like, oh, I'm not training him because I've seen this kind of hate before. But also, I feel like Ahsoka, I don't know, it just, the way it was, like, presented, it was, like, more rude. And Ahsoka's not that way. She's, like, more calm, if that makes any sense.
Well, this is 20 years later, man.
I know, but it just doesn't seem right. And also, she should have already taken the village. It's just, like, not the Ahsoka I knew, which is aggravating. That's probably why I did not like this episode, is because I did not like how they did Ahsoka. Grand Admiral Thrawn is going to be really cool.
He is going to be very cool. Sorry, I'm just having technical difficulties.
And if we get Grand Admiral Thrawn, we need a space battle. There's no question.
Because he's a tactical genius with space battles.
Yes, and I just want the Rebel fleet to get destroyed by Grand Admiral Thrawn. That's just my wish for if they include Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Well, I mean, you don't want the bad guys to win. Come on, Lincoln.
I do, because it's Thrawn.
Don't let your love for Thrawn blind you.
Okay. So, sorry, I talked a lot about why I don't like this episode.
Well, it's pretty much a pilot. It's pretty much a pilot. I liked... I think the opening scene with Ahsoka's cool, at least. I think Ahsoka's attitude is probably reflective of just how many years it's been since we've last seen her.
Yeah, but I don't want her.
She doesn't say she's not a Jedi. She's not a Jedi, so I mean, she doesn't mention that because she sends the Mandalorian on his next mission with Grogu.
I didn't even talk about that, did I?
No, you're hating on Ahsoka without hating on Baby Yoda. Come on now, Lincoln.
That's such a dumb name.
Grogu, Din Djarin and Grogu. Man, what a power!
I'm gonna continue to call Grogu Baby Yoda.
I guess the Lego figure is gonna be Grogu instead of Baby Yoda now.
I guess so. Sorry.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people believe that this is just like the theory. Mace Windu is gonna show up. That always happens. Everyone's always like, "Oh, Mace Windu's gonna show up."
He would be so old.
He would be so old. So I don't even think it's really possible.
What I'm hoping is Luke shows up and they do Luke
nah,
right.
They wouldn't be able to use him. I don't think.
You don't think so?
I don't think they're licensed to do that because they don't even mention him at all once yet.
But it's Star Wars. Disney owns Star Wars. How would they not be licensed to do that?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Probably.
That would like make me so happy if it was Luke.
I think it could work.
Okay, so possible Jedi Masters. Let's think.
Well, who's alive at this point? Honestly, they might make a new person.
You know who I'm thinking?
Who are you thinking?
Ezra.
Ezra. That's what people were saying, but if they're gonna make a Ahsoka series and have Admiral Thrawn in it, you think that they would have Ezra take on Baby Yoda? I don't know.
I don't know, but how?
But then they have to explain how they're not there in The Force Awakens and all that stuff.
And then also at the same time, what are they going to do once Baby Yoda leaves the show? Because that's like a big drawing point for the show.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't think they might do a thing where Baby Yoda leaves, and then for some reason the Mandalorian tries to become Mandalore the Great. I don't know.
Okay, this season is weird because they bring in Boba Fett, and do nothing with him.
Yeah, I think it was just to show that Boba Fett's alive. Maybe he'll get his own show.
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, I don't know. It's...
When does the Obi-Wan series come out?
I don't even know. I'm still trying to figure out my mouse just disappeared. I've been trying to fix that while talking to you. Yeah, I don't know.
The Mandalorian now just feels like I don't know. It's just not. I like the first season a lot. I just don't know where it's headed now. Like I'm just confused. Like it just seems like it's going everywhere and doesn't really have a point. Like, is the point to defeat Moff Gideon? Is the point to find Baby Yoda's master? Is the point to
sponsoring today's episode?
I don't know.
I don't
Turn Mando into a rebel is like, what's the point of the show?
I think, well, it's just the Mandalorian, you know? It's about him.
I don't know. It's just so inconsistent. And I mean, I like that they have. I don't know if they still do this. I know they did it like last season, but had different directors do different.
Yeah, they did that this season too.
That
Dave
is the problem.
Filoni is the one that did this one.
Which I like him. He did the Clone Wars. He did Rebels, but I do not like what he did with it. This episode.
I think having different directors it's not a bad idea, I don't think, because sometimes it brings in new ideas for different episodes. That's why each episode has definitely like a different feeling.
Yeah,
the last one.
It
can bring on some inconsistency, which I understand what you mean.
Like because we're in season 2. Like how many episodes do we have left? We have like
I think there's only going to be like
more.
10 or 8. I don't know how many episodes. I don't even know.
Oh, we're at there were 8 episodes, so we have like 5 more. Right now, what am I talking about? We'll be at 16. We have 3 more episodes.
Yeah, there's only 8 episodes. So
and nothing. I don't feel like anything's gonna be resolved this season.
I think this is definitely going to be one of those cliffhanger seasons, for sure. There's already a 3rd season that's going to be coming. They already confirmed that, so that's a thing.
It's aggravating because it's like, why did you do all this other stuff, like fly a frog lady to wherever and back and destroy your ship when you could have focused on something else, you know?
This is the way.
I mean, this is my problem with the show. So, like, I really do like the show, but I'm starting not to like the show because Disney does this with everything. They just worry about money. They know they're going to get money anyway, so they're just going to make more episodes. You know?
Yeah.
It's just aggravating.
Alright, so with some time we have left,
Alright, what's in the death battle?
Yes, Death Battle 2 weeks ago had released a death battle involving Red versus Blue. Now, one episode that got messed up that we had recorded because my audio didn't get recorded right was I showed Lincoln, Ruby, and Red versus Blue, pretty much Rooster Teeth properties, and he liked Red versus Blue. You were a little bit iffy on Ruby.
Yeah, just because I really like the art style on Ruby, though.
Yeah, Ruby actually, Red versus Blue and Ruby have been, they released both their new seasons. Well, they've been releasing it like on a weekly basis. They're like on episode 5 now for each of them with their new season. I haven't watched it though because of exams, but one day I'm just gonna have to like binge it. But if the new season of Red vs. Blue is just taking a different route, like a different, like it's heading in a different direction than the rest of the series, because like completely new characters pretty much. If it is completely like different and it really has like nothing to do with Red vs. Blue like the other stuff, I think I might want to show you it if it's good or not. If I like the first episode or something and it works, I want to show you that. But
that sounds good.
But we will see. Alright, let me share this with you. Don't know if you heard that echo, but
I did.
it's totally, it's fine. But there's just specific things. You're gonna get a lot of like lore dumped on you. But I just want you to see each of the characters because they go over each of the characters that are participating. Then they get to the fight. So I don't want you to learn like all the lore, just the characters. Let's see. Lower the volume.
Edison versus Tesla. Coke versus Pepsi. Goku versus Superman.
Few rivalries have lasted nearly 2 decades or spawned epic battles like our second favorite web series, Red versus Blue.
With the red team, even though most of them don't actually
So
wear
you're able
red.
to see, right?
And the blue team, their perpetual ocean-colored rivals. For this battle, we'll be bringing these two groups back to where it all started.
To find out what would have happened if they had stopped dicking around and actually just fought for real.
Just a note, we will be locking
yes.
any
It's a group
artificial
battle.
intelligence characters
Yeah, it's a
within
group
their
battle.
primary bodies.
That's really
since they're
cool.
generally invincible unless they stumble into an EMP.
You mean an imp?
What?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's
So
our
they're
job
gonna
to
go, like,
analyze their
over
weapons,
both
armor, and
teams.
skills to find out who
And like
would win
basic
a
lore.
death
They go
battle.
into further lore, but that's not important. I'm just gonna skip through that. Let's see that.
Yeah? You ever wonder why we're here?
Not long from now, in a galaxy theoretically exactly where we are, humanity goes to war with an alien covenant.
So the United Nations Space Command came up with a ton of plans to win, and one of those was called Project Freelancer.
Essentially an experiment using AI to create invincible super soldiers. In order to fabricate scenarios to train these highly advanced warriors, Freelancer opted for a, unique approach.
Dumping a bunch of losers in a box canyon and telling them they're at war with each other.
Enter the Red Team. Dick Simmons, Dexter Griff, Franklin Delano Donut, Lopez the Heavy, and their leader, Super Colonel Sarge. Yes, that
Is
is his
Donut
full
the
name
one
and
that
rank.
got
You know how they say
stuck in the
prejudice
wall?
is taught,
No.
not born? Well,
Doc
they
is
haven't met
actually
Super
on
Colonel
13.
Sarge, who I bet was screaming
Oh.
how much he hates Blue the second he popped into the world.
So they're gonna go over each
Blue
person.
Team. This
We're
is
talking
the
about
Red
Sarge
Team.
right now.
We are here to destroy you. Your long reign of being the shittiest team around is about to come to a sudden and cataclysmic end.
Once an orbital drop shock trooper, Sarge was unfortunately discharged after developing a fear of heights, only to be picked up by Project Freelancer to achieve his
He's an
dream.
orbital drop.
Lead the glorious
He's gonna
Reds
get dropped
against the
from the air.
dirty Blues.
He got afraid of
man,
heights.
he's great. He seems
pretty
like the
funny.
kind of guy you could just have a catch with.
Sure. Sarge may be an unorthodox leader, but he knows his men very well.
Hey, he's good enough to keep dorks like Griff and Simmons around for 17 seasons, and those two spend a lot of time together.
It's a complicated relationship, though you may be surprised at their capabilities. Simmons may be a brilliant geek, like myself, but he proves stereotypes wrong by changing his armored suit in just 4 seconds.
Well, how about this?
How did you change so fast?
I've always been a fast changer.
Mjolnir armor is designed to be applied by Spartans within a considerable few minutes. This would imply Simmons is 90 times faster than the average
Simmons is
super
the,
soldier. He's also technically a cyborg, but everyone forgets that these days.
Meanwhile, Griff is the laziest member of the team, who only cares about pizza and Oreos. He's my favorite. He's also been hit in the nuts more times than I can count, and he's still standing today.
That's that guy.
That's some balls of steel right there.
Then there's Donut. Easily duped, but always a joy. He's clearly identifiable by his lightish red armor.
Was your eyes going bad? That's pink.
Magenta. Donut has shown incredible tenacity. He was once shot through the chest, causing his armor to lock up, and was left bleeding out on the ground for over a year, but he got better.
He was left bleeding on the ground
best throwing armor
for over
around.
a year.
He threw a grenade halfway across the canyon.
Which is over 1,500 feet long.
And last of all is the team robot who hates everyone, Lopez.
Hola. Lopez! That robot looks like Lopez. Hey, regresado.
No matter how many times they rebuild him, they can never figure
It's a
out
robot
how to fix
that
that
they-
language setting. Oh well.
They don't know how to
Reds
change
carry
the
a
language
standard
setting,
Spartan
so it sucks
assortment of
to
magnums,
Spanish.
battle rifles, and SMGs.
But if I had to pick one weapon of the bunch, I'd have to go with Sarge's trusty shotgun.
Seriously? The weapon with the shortest range?
Wiz, how long have we known each other?
Shit.
Have you never
We'll get
looked
to
at
the
my leg before? Besides, an effective range of 45 meters is...
Move!
The Blues. They're not just...
This is actually a really cool fight.
Advertisement. Wow.
Just a great way to sing out all those complicated, messed up feelings you keep down about being fatherless. They're the second half of this epic. But, you know, singing blues would be perfect for this team. They've been through a lot.
Maybe true. Unlike the Reds, they've suffered numerous casualties and are constantly plagued by Project Freelancer's experiments.
You know how they were experimenting with AI? They could only get one, an alpha based on the project's director. Shit went down and they had to hide the alpha where nobody would ever find it.
Apparently, this box canyon in the middle of nowhere seemed the perfect fit.
This is Blue Team. Leonard Church, Lavernius Tucker, Agent Texas, Sheila, who is a living tank, and Caboose.
After losing their original captain to a
Who do you think would win?
deadly allergy
I,
incident, Church
I
reluctantly
would
stepped up
say
to be the Blue Team's unofficial
Blue Team.
leader.
I would
Spoiler
say
alert,
that too,
he's the
because they have
secret alpha
Texas.
AI.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
what makes
why.
him so special, though. He's a cranky asshole who's terrible at literally everything he does. He doesn't even know he's an AI. He thinks he's a ghost.
But remember that 50 megaton
Yeah,
bomb?
so the guy,
Church's team all survived it too,
He's
including
like an
himself,
AI.
while it was
But-
inside his own
Well,
body.
when he got taken out of his body, he thought he was a ghost.
Tucker wants you to think he's a ladies' man. However, after careful, painstaking analysis, we have determined that he has very little gain, being that his most frequent hookup is a rock.
He's kind of a badass, though. He stabbed the meta, Shoryuken to Cyclops in the balls, and held off a small army of mercenaries by himself. He even wields a kick-ass energy sword that only works for him.
But for the biggest badass of the bunch, look no further than Agent Texas. Tex is an anomaly. She's not really a blue, but a freelancer assigned to the team through circumstance. Yet she's also not really a freelancer, but a robot duplicate hosting an artificial intelligence fragment split from the alpha as
Yeah,
a
this is
clone of
a
the director's
lot of
late wife,
information.
Allison.
Yeah, duh, guys. How'd you not see that coming from when the show started?
Unfortunately, the Tex fragment is specifically based on the memory
So
of
pretty much
Allison's
Tex
death and the
is a
concept
AI
of failure.
that's based on
This
fail.
means that Tex is
Like failure.
literally programmed to fail.
failing.
Now, this doesn't mean she can't win fights or that her team
So,
can't
like,
succeed on missions. It's more of a
She will
personal
ultimately
defect.
fail
It sure
over and
hasn't
over
stopped her
again.
from kicking some serious ass. Tex was
That's
number
weird.
one on the freelancer leaderboard. Easily.
Well,
caught
it's 'cause
that
she's
giant
based off of
crate
a person
and
that
could even
died.
flip over Sheila.
So ultimately,
you know,
she
the
will always
66-ton
fail at that.
tank with a mind of its own. The perfect companion for Caboose's team killing sprees. You all know Caboose, the funny fan favorite who can get you to quote everything he says. And he's really dumb. Hey, speak of the dummy.
What else is new?
Perfect timing. As this battle will be in Blood Gulch, the usual teleportation units will be in place. The Blues
So yeah,
have
there's
used these teleporters
teleporters on
frequently
each side of
with
the bases. but they're
varying
broken.
results. In you go.
Certainly. What
This
could
is
go
just to
wrong?
show that it's broken.
Teleportation is instantaneous. As you can see,
You totally killed him, didn't you?
Probably.
Well, aside from Tucker's kick-ass lightsaber, the Blues carry pretty boring weapons. I mean, they don't really need much when they have a robot ninja on their side. Church does have a cool sniper rifle, but he really sucks with it.
Which sort of makes sense. Unlike
Are
everyone
they
else,
actually
Church
doing like a
never
live
experienced
action
any
fight?
training or
Oh,
combat
no.
before Blood
They're
Rage.
using. Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
Death
Never
Battle
mind.
was actually owned by Rooster Teeth.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So this is like the same animation that they would have for modern Red versus Blue.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Why did we bring the flag out?
Time for a death battle!
Probably gonna hit an ad in 1
Aquaphor
second.
Ointment Body Spray provides immediate
Oh,
relief
man.
that
You
lasts
can get
all day
immediate
long.
relief.
Try it today.
Might have to try it.
Might have to try it.
Okay. Why did we bring the flag out here?
Because it's supposed to rain today. You have to remember to take your flag outside when it rains.
None of that is right.
What's a flag got to do with rain? Wait, do you think the flag is an umbrella? Caboose, have you ever seen an umbrella before?
Yoink.
Suck on that, Blue!
Yeah, suck it, Blue.
This'll stop them.
Hey, dumbass! The teleporter never worked. Now come on, let's... Wait, where's Caboose?
Great work for that fake weather report, boys. That's the kind of fake news I like.
What fake weather report?
Let's go, Sheila. The only good red is a red in bed.
Griff, quit your staring and get to stepping. On the gas, pronto.
Yeah, I know.
Sheila, look out for that
Oh, this
rock.
is cool. They did an
Oh, no, there's
animation.
another one. Who put all
Yeah.
these rocks out here?
The
Watch out!
look, Luce's voice actor is different because the other guy got fired and left the company.
No way, those caves
So
are
it's kind of
amazing.
like weird for me to hear Caboose.
Hey, don't leave me out here.
Simmons, here's the plan.
That's crazy.
We're going to use the Warthog as a battering ram, striking their rear engine, which will rupture and cause the tank to self-destruct in a glorious explosion.
Excellent plan, sir. Except for, well, all of it. You know, maybe we should...
Oh, that's a bigger clip than I thought. Oh!
Which one's the colorblind one?
No,
Jesus, what was
she's
that?
not there.
Oh,
Where's it? Simmons? Simmons.
Here, blah.
No.
Simmons is dead.
Oh no, a spider?
Yeah! Who else wants a taste of this Big D? Bouncy Cabello! No judging.
End of the line, Reds.
Dirty Blue, for the first time in history, you're exactly right. Today is a good day to die. Charge!
And there's Tex.
Hit.
Oh, oh.
Not today, Roboto! Swish!
Idiota, no tienes oportunidad contra mí porque yo soy el López al pasado.
He killed Lopez, which is
Hear that?
special.
I've never hit a lady. Good thing you're no lady.
She killed Griff.
my God. She's just killing everyone.
Estar
Yeah.
atento.
Church, how do I help?
Just stay there, Caboose.
I want to help.
Help by not helping. God damn it, this rifle is busted.
So that guy's
Help
villain
has
for team
arrived.
killing.
Caboose,
The guy
no!
who's been killed Tex.
Tex! No! Tucker did it.
Son of
This is it. This is what it's all about. Red versus blue. Blood versus water. Which is really just lifeless, tasteless, waste of space blood. Destiny awaits. Today, the Cerulean Devil dies. Well, should have seen that coming.
The grenade from the beginning.
Good thing the flag is out.
KO! What a battle! Who knew weather was so important?
As chaotic as the show, we all know.
Okay, so the Reds had plenty going for them. They had brains and speed on their side with Simmons, and they had some epic firepower, but the blue team had the grit to overpower them.
When it comes to physical strength, nobody on the red team came close to the raw power of Tex and Caboose.
Flipping Sheila and lifting Andy made that pretty clear. Hell, Sarge even tried to lift Andy once and he couldn't do it.
They're
Poor
talking about
guy.
Andy the Bomb.
Even with
Just
such
skipped.
charisma, leadership qualities, and Big Dad energy, you can't win them all.
Speaking of which, it could be argued Sarge has more extensive military experience than anyone else.
Though pretty much, yeah, that was it. What'd you think?
That was pretty cool. I liked it.
I
You
liked
gotta-
it too.
Do you have to go?
I gotta head out. So, if you guys liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe.
Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Hopefully, see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.